Onthebuzzer.com. Eddie, Bruises, I'm Ara. Eddie, let's talk about the Chicago Bulls.
We're talking basketball.
We're going NBA this, don't be confused by the white shirt or the Columbia shirt. We just went there. And let's talk about the Chicago Bulls, Eddie. Let's talk about whose team it is.
You know,
whose team is it?
They're my team because they're my favorite team in the league.
Really?
You heard it here.
I didn't know that.
They're the funnest team to
I've known
watch.
you for 42 years, Eddie, and I know that you've never cheered for the Bulls ever before, except when they had Michael Jordan. Then you stopped cheering after that.
First of all, I'm 32. Let's get something straight. Secondly, listen, they're a fun team to watch. What do you want?
They're fun. I can't take that away.
They're runners. They're gunners. You know, they're an exciting team to watch, and they're only going to get better.
Let's talk about some of their players. Some up and coming. Let's talk about Luol Deng, Mr. Duke.
Solid. I mean, the guy's a solid player. He came out of Duke. Came out early, and we thought, you know, maybe he's making a mistake, but obviously he's showed he's one of the best players in the league.
Yeah, a rare Duke player that's turned into something. 18.7 rebounds. I think he really came.
What about Bobby Hurley?
I don't really think he stepped up, Bobby Hurley. I gotta be honest with you.
I thought it was great.
Elton Brand maybe, but there's a lot of junk out there like Trajan Langdon and crap like that that really didn't do anything. But on that note,
Christian Laettner only had like a 15-year career.
Yeah, but he was more of like a hack.
So about that Duke comment, you think you want to take it back?
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna.
Shane Battier, he's nobody too, right?
Okay, what about Jason Williams?
What about Jason Williams? The guy freaking almost killed himself in a car
Hey,
accident.
that's not my problem.
All right, let's move on.
Luol Deng, 8.7. I think he stepped it up last year. He should probably play another big role this year. He's involved in a lot of trade talks. A lot of talks with.
I don't know why you were
Kobe,
trading him.
this, that, all that stuff.
Well, listen, if you're gonna trade for Kobe, then fine, I can understand. But other than that, I mean, the guy's a solid player. I mean,
yeah.
He's a semi-big guy who could shoot, who can block, who plays good defense, runs up and down the court. I don't know what else
$3
you
million
want.
too. That's the
well,
the best
listen, that's only temporary. I mean, it's a matter of time until he makes $79 million a year.
He's actually asking for an extension right now as we speak. Let's move on. Let's talk about their point guard, Kirk Heinrich. You know, from Kansas.
Another solid player.
I like him.
What's there not to like?
I'm liking him. I'm not saying I don't like him.
I heard what you said. I'm just saying, what's there not to like?
He shoots the three. He controls the court, he manages it, and you know what? He knows his role.
He's a smart player. He's a smart player. He doesn't play out of his means.
Yeah.
He does what he needs to do to help the team win. I mean, if he's got to shoot, he'll shoot. If he doesn't, he'll dish the ball.
Yeah, he's averaging about 6.5 assists a game, 16.2 from a point guard. I like that. I like that a lot. And I like also Ben Gordon. Ben Gordon is not bad.
Listen, he's a solid shooter. The guy can drain the three better than anybody in the league. And you know what? You know, I mean, the guy's like a locomotive going up and down the court. You can't, you know.
He doesn't tire.
Yeah, he doesn't tire, and you know, like I said, he pulls up on a dime on a fast break, and he can hit the J. The guy's a solid player. All right? I mean, up and down the lineup, you look at their starting five. I don't see what there's not to like about.
I can't complain about this guy. You know, he's doing about 20, 21 points a game. And, you know, a couple of rebounds, a couple of assists, nothing big. But he's there to score. That's his job.
Is there someone on this team we can make fun of because we're being way too coming up?
Let's talk about Ben Wallace. I'm not going to make fun of him because the guy's there to board, and that's what he does. He gives this team instant credibility.
He is on the downturn though. Let's get.
He's definitely on the downside of his career. The window for Ben Wallace, I think, is coming close. But you know what? The good thing is he boards. He's not there to make moves, to post up, or to do anything like that. So
the good news is the guy's in great shape. All right, so it's one of those. You know, it's not like he's getting out of shape. He can't. You know, his role on a team is to go up and down the court, block shots, and get rebounds. And you know what? As long as he's in shape, he's going to do that. So he is, you know, like I said, on the down part of his career, but he's still got a few good years left.
Yeah, let's talk about also Tyrese Thomas or Tyrese Thomas.
Quick, what school did he go to?
LSU.
Wow. All right. Is Romick here?
That's why we kicked him out, because he couldn't hang with the big dogs. Let's talk about Tyrese. You know what? I think he stepped up a little in the playoffs last year.
I think this is the year that he's going to prove that he belongs in this league.
He just needs some room to play on that team. You need to put him in the lineup, coach.
Well,
put him in.
Problem is, you know, you got to play to prove.
Yeah.
And I think this is going to be the year you're going to see a lot of Tyrese Thomas this year, and you know, look for some good stuff.
They got some good young talent, Eddie. Who did they pick up their rookie this year?
Ooh, who did they pick up?
From Florida? It wasn't Joakim.
Joakim Noah.
Joakim Noah, I'm excited to see this guy play. That's all I can say about him.
Hey, an exciting team gets even more exciting. I mean, the guy, here's another player. Up and down the court, athletic, blocks shots, strong down low. You know, I mean, like I said, it's a fun team to watch. And frankly, it's my favorite team. Did I mention that?
You know, he's having a solid... I don't know. Was it really your favorite team?
That's my favorite team.
This guy's having a solid preseason right now as we speak again.
I just hope he gets some playing time. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, again, you're constantly fighting between Ben Wallace. You know, you're gonna fight between Joakim Noah and
Thomas,
Tyrus Thomas.
Yeah,
it's just hard to keep everybody happy. And if you got like a 9-man rotation, it sounds great on paper, but it doesn't pan out in the NBA.
Yeah.
You need 7, 8, and then maybe 9 or 10.
I agree. They also have a nice shooting forward in what's his name, Andres Nocioni. This guy, you know what, dude? He comes in, he hits his shots, 14.6 rebounds a game. I'd love to have this guy on any team. You got something to say about him, Eddie? Or
No, the guy's solid. I don't know if he's worth what they're paying him, but you know, yeah, you're right. The guy can hit the 3-pointer, very streaky. I mean, he can look like one of the best 3-point shooters in the league, and then all of a sudden look like the worst at the same time. So, but again, one of those guys where you want him to come off the bench and give you a little lift, and he's the guy to do that.
$8.5 million is kind of steep. I
don't know. $8.5 for a Noki.
I don't know. At this point, everybody seems to be getting $8.5, $10 million, even the junkie players. I'm not saying he's junky, but I don't know if he's worth
I think he's saying he's junky.
I'm not saying that. They do have your boy from Maryland, Joe Smith, Eddie.
He's not my boy.
He's on your team, so he's your boy.
He's not my boy. I said I like this team and I like to watch them play. Okay, you want to know? He's probably one of my least favorites on the team.
I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying that I hate on the guy. I like the guy, but you know, they got plenty of other players.
How is Joe Smith making $5 million? This guy's he plays on a different team every year.
Yeah, well,
explain that to me.
Well, if I knew, I'd be a general manager in the league.
Yeah, if I knew, I'd be one too. They picked up a couple of rookies this year. I'm not really looking for them to do anything much. Aaron Gray, a couple other slags that they got. This team is ready. They're primed to make a run for the
What this team needs is experience, and you know what? They got some last year. They look good at times. They look good at times at the playoffs too. And you know, again, it's just a lack of experience. I think. You know, give them a couple of years and they're gonna be contending.
Look, they got bounced out in the second round by Detroit. I mean, that could have happened to any team. It's two good teams going up against each other. They just got to get over that hump. And the good thing is that they're young and Detroit's getting older, so the window is opening for them for the time being, closing for Detroit.
Kind of like me and you. I'm the younger one, and you just keep getting older mentally.
Weren't you born in July? I'm November. You're July, right?
Yeah, but I'm November of '75. I'm July of '75. You're November of '7.
See, just
that's the difference.
Championship game?
Not yet. Not yet. Again, fun team to watch. They need a little bit more experience, and I want to know who their go-to guy is. I mean, who's their go-to guy? Is it Ben Gordon? Is it Luol Deng?
It's got to be Ben Gordon.
That's the thing.
I don't think Luol Deng can create as good as Ben Gordon.
And that's the thing. I've never been a proponent of my guard being the go-to guy.
Well, I mean, like it's not going to change this year. So what?
It's not going to change, but I think someone's got to step up. I think it's got to be one of those where you know Luol Deng's got to take that leadership role, and I think he's got to be the go-to guy. And I think this is going to be a fun year. I think they're going to have a successful year. But as far as championship, I think we're a couple of years.
How about Eastern Conference Finals? Can you give them that?
Again, I'm not sure about this year.
Come on, man.
But are you giving them that?
Yeah, definitely. I'm giving them that.
Don't yell at me.
You're not giving them Eastern Conference Finals? How about pulling the trade for Kobe? You give them that?
I don't know about that either. Listen, I like the team. Why do we need? Who are you going to give up for Kobe? That's what I want to know.
Deng, Gordon, and
fine. Then what happens to your team? Okay, fine. Then what happens to your team? You know, and now all of a sudden, fine, you got a go-to guy, but
they got chemistry.
Who knows what's gonna? Yeah, who knows what's gonna happen with their chemistry? You know, things might go the wrong way.
I like this team. Everybody loves each other. I haven't heard any rumors of conflicts or anything like that. I got you guys in the Eastern Conference Finals this year. Surprise me and go to championship, guys.
I think you'll make it one series short, and but I think they're up and coming. Give them another couple of years, and I think they'll be there.
All right, you heard it here on the buzzer. Watch out for All-Star break preview.